I've had to give up so much just to be here with you. You got your life back, but you didn't come back to me.
Instead of supporting my dying, you gotta bring me back to life. So my partner has a terminal cancer. He's in remission. He tells me every day that he's dying today or soon, but he isn't right now. But he is eventually. He is incapacitated by his thinking. He no longer has life or day-to-day responsibilities. It's all on me. He's the focus of everyone's love and attention, rightfully so. The day he was diagnosed, my life radically changed too because of this type of cancer. I can't go everywhere I want to or easily be with other people for fear I might get sick and make him sick. I feel sad. I'm scared. I'm angry. I feel guilty. And most of all, I feel invisible in this. Wow.
Wow, that's a really hard thing to go through.
It sort of hypnotizes, right? I mean, the atmosphere comes, so hard to talk about it.
What aspect or moment in this story catches my attention? Maybe we each have something
Could you
that
say what
was
hurt you?
strong, something that rises to the top. Everybody's into him, rightfully so. Feels painful, interesting, like a double signal, meaning saying something but not quite saying it, and then saying the opposite. Everybody's into him. In brackets, what about me? My complete life has changed. I can no longer do the things I used to do. I'm no longer with the person I used to be with in this and this way. I've become a carer, completely new identity. Who notices? Who gets what I'm going through?
Yeah, invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah.
And then there's another kind of societal norm, the kind of ghost in the air that says, what are you complaining about? Rightfully so, is against a role that says, you shouldn't complain. I don't know. That was what grabbed my attention.
I loved it. Actually, you said double signal, and just to frame it for our listeners, that these are the jewels in any kind of communication. Like how you said it, like what's trying to be communicated, but it's not communicated. And actually, I quite agree with you about this phrase because it also caught my attention because
Really?
rightfully so. Yeah, look, he is the focus of everyone's love and attention. Rightfully so. It feels like conversation in a dialogue. One part says, and rightfully so, I mean, to someone, right? To the other part, which is saying also something, maybe like, what about me? You know, it feels like as if rightfully so. It's like belonging to another conversation which is not present in this text, right? The person doesn't say, okay, I have two parts. One part says like this, and the other part says like that. So I have like an issue between those two parts. And maybe, so this is a double signal. I also love that you.
Maybe it would be interesting to see this interaction played out between these two parts inside them. And I'm also wondering, did you have a different thing that flirted with you, caught your attention? Just checking.
Yeah, the part which says, he told me every day that he's dying, but he isn't right now, but he is eventually. So it also feels like, you know, a dialogue in two lines, you know. One part says, he isn't dying right now, okay? And the other part says, no, come on, but he's dying eventually. I don't know what the dialogue is. So yeah, so this part caught my attention.
So there are two invisible dialogues.
Let's try to play it out. Let's go with the first thing.
Okay, great. Can you read the sentence again, just so we get it accurate?
He is the focus of everyone's love and attention, and rightfully so. So we should kind of think into the mindset or feel into the mindset of this role. Now we're taking it away from a particular situation, right? And we're
Oh,
looking
that's
at it
great.
as a roles, meaning it can be applicable to any kind of these kind of situations. So we're just trying to sort of generalize, right?
Yes, many of us might find that we relate to it with different content. Should we just play it out?
Yeah, let's play it out. Which part are you feeling more attached to out of these two yet unknown parts? Yeah.
Shall I start?
Yes.
Oh, already, I just feel myself kind of deflated energetically. It's your job to take care of this person. They're your partner, not just in good times, but also in hard times. Just be selfless and do what has to be done to support your partner, that their every want and comfort is supported.
Mhm. I think I would also go to your side and even say, because he's dying, you know, he's losing everything which he had ever had in this world. And you'll say you lose your time, you waste your time, whatever else you say, like you don't go out with friends. Come on, it's incomparable. It's incomparable with what he's losing. He's eventually losing his life. And in face of that loss, all your loss is the timing.
I get what you're saying. I lost my life the way I know it too. I can't really say this out loud. It sounds so selfish.
Hard to be there, right? It feels like it's very hard to be where you are. I mean, Julia, you're trying to take this role. It's
Really
super
hard.
unpopular spot to
It's a
be. It's
very
super
unpopular
unpopular. Yeah,
spot.
super hard.
I've had to give up so much just to be here with you. And that's really hard. And it makes it even more hard that all our friends and everybody around looks at you and gives you full love and attention and feel for you because you're seemingly leaving this world at some point soon, even though actually you're not.
It was just a
And
moment now when you said it.
yeah, hey, you're in remission. You got your life back.
Okay. Mm.
You still act like you're dying when actually maybe you didn't notice, but you got your life back. But you didn't come back to me. You're still the person who's dying. I know we're all dying. I don't like being the person who has to keep looking after you as though you're dying and you don't notice that you got your life back.
Don't you feel something super unpopular, which is sort of looming in the background, but it's so hard to go into? Maybe saying, hey, come on, okay, you are dying. Okay, so what? Like we're all dying, you're dying. Well, of course, I'm sorry, but it's not such a big deal, actually, man. You have your life now. You have some life now. Let's kind of use your life now because you are in the thought of like dying, dying, dying. You're kind of already dead in a way. So you're dead ahead
Oh,
of your death, man, and the death is already
oh,
here, and I'm also dying, and this is not what's working. So
that's
let's live
amazing.
that life which we had because we're already dead now. Both of us are already dead. I'm also sort of dead. I'm kind of alive, but part of me is already dead.
Mm, mm. I'm here with someone that's not here.
You know?
Maybe there's something dying in both of us. What part of my identity has died? Oh, maybe death is the ghost role, the third party that we're talking about.
Right.
Maybe I should own that for myself. Ghost role being invisible force in the energetic field that's haunting us, but neither of us quite own. Like you say, you're dying, but actually you're in remission. I'm meant to be alive, but actually I'm dying inside.
Yeah. 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 And there are signals, by the way, in this text. He is incapacitated by his thinking, which means you are being more dead than you are. And then there is this liveliness coming from going to friends, be with other people, or like liveliness coming out of that. Maybe there's that saying, hey, come on, like you have some time, maybe little, maybe a little bit more than little.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come
I
on, be
think
with
that's
other
what's,
people, be with yourself, be with whatever is important for you to be, because like in some time you won't be able to be with that.
yeah, the hardest part of this for me is watching you squander the actual life that you do have with the limiting mindset that you're dying versus looking around and realizing how much life there actually is, including me being with you.
Mm.
And
Wow.
that's hurtful. That's hurtful for me. It's painful.
You know what? I understand it takes a lot to say. And if you were like my real partner, to say what you say takes a lot because you go against all the cultural norms, all these
Yeah.
rightfully so and stuff like that. But then it gives me a like super value, meaning instead of supporting my dying, my other community is also supporting my dying. You gotta bring me back to life, help me live the life right now. Yeah.
Live the life right now. That's so relieving to hear you say that. Me too. I want to live the life that we have right now. When I look back on our lives, I'm dreaming into it. I'm imagining. I think there were many moments where I didn't appreciate the life that we actually had.
Hmm.
I didn't appreciate the potential and the beauty in the moment, and I squandered it and treated it like it was dead. So I'm a little bit on your side as well.
Mm. Okay. Thank you. This is so cool. And now
What's cool about that?
I'm looking at the text, and now I understand what caught my attention, what I really love about it. Why it's so playful. You know, the person who wrote that, I mean, the person and the spirit who wrote that was playful, but he's right now, but he is eventually. Like not being just gloomy, oh my God, he's poor me, boo boo boo, or he's poor you. He isn't that dead. Well, but he's sort of dead. Or, I mean, some lightfulness is already there.
Oh, like a cheeky spirit.
Yeah, some liveliness is coming through that in some form. I mean, someone
Yes,
like shaking the other
yes.
person and myself and saying, "Come on, you are not yet dead. Maybe eventually you are, but not now." So, and
Wow.
then something new emerges from that. Some like dynamics comes, you know, because oh, I'm stuck here, like hopeless, no exit. Still, he's dead. I'm in a way like waiting for his death because that's the exit, right? Out of all the situation,
Mm.
but not quite. Because then afterward he will still be here, you know, in my dreams, not present physically. And maybe then this conversation can go on forever. Have I been enough for him or not?
It really makes me appreciate that this person has a kind of fluidity to be in different spots at
Mm.
different times. Like you said at the beginning, it's a bit of a hypnosis.
Yeah,
The actual story, the heaviness, the
sure. Yeah.
sadness, right? The actual narrative pulled me down at the beginning. But now, as we unfold it, and with what you just said, suddenly I feel a kind of lightness and almost a wicked sense of humor that, oh, it's like this, but actually not quite. Oh, it's like this, but not really. Oh, it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
that,
how you
but
embody
no,
that.
it's
Yeah.
not. I really love the potential of playfulness in the spirit of this letter.
Wow, amazing.
What do you think?
I feel like relieved in myself. I really love how you embody that. It felt so well and so natural. And
Yeah,
you were being
yeah,
that thing. And it feels like resolution, that something which was not embodied was not only given voice, just words, but then also played out and then brought
yeah,
into life.
yeah,
That's what was going to happen, that's what wanted to happen. And it happened a little bit. And the situation kind of relieved and it's felt.
Yeah.
by all the parties. That's it.
If I was ever in this situation, I hope I would remember this. This person is teaching us today, as terrible as the situation is, as debilitating and heavy as the mood is when you feel death looming over you.
Yeah.
Don't forget your playful spirit. What do you think?
Really love it. I also understand that when something like that happens, for me, it would be hard to remember the spirit. What comes first is the narrative with all the things attached to it, like social roles, I mean, and mood. The mood comes to that. So I understand for myself, if I only can notice the mood first, that would be a great success because then I could at least say to myself, there's something happening which I can sit with or work with, or go to Julia or to someone else to help, to get help with. And then eventually something pops up. Yeah, so that my critic doesn't criticize me so much that I don't remember the spirit. Because I just want to appreciate the primary
Mm,
part is so hard.
mm,
I mean, so
so
many,
hard.
so powerful role. Oh, you have to care about your whatever parents, you have to care about the dying people, the dying partner. This is your whatever role. So many cultures, religious things attached to it. Impossible. I mean, it's kind of super hard, super thick wall to overcome.
It makes me think, listening to you, that there are different dimensions of experience going on at the same time. One, the mood, constellated by the situation and the narratives of the situation.
Yeah.
Then there is the relationship dynamic, interaction, tension. And then beneath all that, there's also a dreaming spirit, which occasionally pops up.
Yeah.
But there's still the dynamic, there's still the mood. And any of us in that kind of situation are navigating our way through these different levels of experience,
Hmm.
each that has its own particular power. The individual dreaming spirit has a certain power, but it's kind of obscene to say, like you said, be a playful spirit when there's so much suffering. But for moments, maybe at night when I'm asleep, I'll have a dream
Hmm.
of somebody jumping. I'm not in control of my
Right.
dreaming. And then there's the interaction. And like you said, I would hope to be able to reach out for support from a trusted friend or colleague, has our best interests at heart, that can help us to get some relief and maybe bring things out that are difficult, that are hard to say because of those societal pressures, those ghosts that lurk around. And maybe that will help lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah. I love how you frame it. It feels like a good moment that would come to.
Yeah, maybe that's the best we can do for now.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. And thanks to this person for giving us this opportunity to grapple
Yeah.
with something that is really hard, just appreciating what many people go through. There's still something inside me that I can bring out.
Oh, wow. I love it. Yeah.
Just to speak personally about death, I recently went in a very intensive way through the death slash passing of my father, which I can recognize all the roles in hindsight that we've just spoken about, the mood, the perceptions. You should be here and do this and this and this. You shouldn't follow yourself, was the accusation towards me in the way that I was with him. Then I'm thinking about you, come out of a war zone, in touch with many people, and I imagine have gone through many things around death. Do you recognize any of these roles now in your own situation?
The roles of someone dying, the death coming, and you having to behave in a certain way is super present. The dynamics is the same.
Wow.
Yeah. The liveliness comes out.
Or do you relate to that role that says there's still something inside me that I have that I can bring out?
It is super cool how you say there's something inside. I think I saw this role a little bit differently when you go over to the guy who's really dying. He's somehow very connected with life, somehow. Yeah, it is obscene to say, but he lives his life probably much more intensely than I do here. So the life is coming out somehow. Like the same thing happens first, the hypnosis, like here. It's like mood, strong mood, no way out, no way out. It's better to die on both sides. It's better to die for a soldier and better to die for them to be dying. So what comes out.
Mm,
And that's it. I mean,
mm.
that life comes out and that's it changes the dynamic.
Yes.
And this change of dynamic is already huge kind of potential for the solution. You understand, you are not looking for solution, you know, like give me the plan, but oh my God, this is a breath of fresh air.
Mm.
The dynamics will change. I can do something. I can
Yeah.
be in this
Amazing.
field. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing so
Thank you so much,
personally.
dear Julia.